didn't actually film a intro to this video. Is when I film, I do it with absolutely no plan, as you can tell from these videos. I just try to get some footage rather than no footage. So basically in this one, pretty much I sort of strip the engine bay back, paint the engine bay, show I clearance the wheel well, the passenger side wheel well for the 18 by 10.5s, and get the motor back in. That's about the gist of this, and then towards the end give a wee sneak peek of what I have been up to, which is beginning the wide body front guards, which I did a wee test on just the other day. So I'll film a full video on the wide body front guard build in the next couple of weeks. What I'm going to do is at this present moment is probably will attack the engine bay with some rough paint. So to pull out, just finishing pulling out the remote oil filter. So I'll take those lines off, unplug them all, and that clears out the majority of this area here. So now I've just got to, I'll leave all the brake lines obviously where they are, mask up some of this. Just unclip that bracket there, and probably just tack through this area first of all and see how I'm feeling about things. So I haven't done much more yet, but this is the side I've sanded. I'm a little bit guilty because I've decided I'm going to paint it, but I'm literally roughing this up with 80 grit. I'll obviously degrease it and clean it off, and then I'm just going to be just hamming some POR or POR 15, probably just go white for the sake of seeing, you know, any oil leaks or that sort of thing. Is much easier to spot than black. So basically going to keep going around. I'm up to about here at the moment. I just took a big hoary sheet of aluminium foil off there, and I'm just going to put a plate, and it's where the old brake booster used to be. You can actually see the white. See, I don't understand why you would paint this as this really nice, you know, Type R championship white car at one point, and they painted it in this really hoary, you know, black, and the paint literally flakes off, as you might have seen, and the whole exterior of the car was very similar to that. Before I wrapped it, I had to sand back a ton of it because the paint was just flaking off. It was absolutely terrible, but hey, we get in there. The tidy up's continuing, and I'm going to push this out shortly and continue with some more sanding. Focus. So it's genuine EK9 Type R. Hence why I'm so upset that the original paint was just smashed over. But I suppose this thing's been cut up now and turned into a race car, so it is what it is. Alright, some more good stuff in this corner. Pull this off. I mean, why not make a nice plate to go over that? Some freaking crappy cloth tape. I didn't actually film what I was doing today, but more or less I just pulled more stuff off the firewall, sanded around here a bit further, and I was so eager to see what this would look like. I painted half of it, its first coat. I've got to pull the front off and tidy up around here, but I mean, it looks alright. I literally painted it on with a paintbrush, so it's not the most amazing finish. It doesn't matter, it only had to look better than what was there. And yep, no, it's come up alright. Now it's drying, and I'll give it a second coat. Tomorrow I'll try and get some more stuff pulled off here, a bit more sanding done, degrease, and get that painted. I've also got to clearance that wheel well. So it's been 3 weeks at least since I last even looked at this. Been freaking so busy, but that's fine. Today I'm going to get back into it, so basically the motor can go back in this week. So I need to finish painting the engine bay, which sort of got half done, literally. Haven't done this half yet, well, due one to time, and two, I still need to clearance out the wheel well, which is what I'm about to do now. So I've got the 18 by 10.5 on at the moment, and as I might have mentioned, I need one full rotation of the steering wheel clearancing. So if I push this in, see there, moment, boom, that hits there, and back here hits there. So that's actually one full rotation of the wheel from centre to that actually where it hits. So obviously I need to clearance it further than that, to allow for suspension travel and, you know, bits and pieces. Now when clearancing a wheel well, you just want to use a moderately sized hammer, something small, something to get the job done. Maybe if you're a woman. However, if you want to get it done properly, grab your sledgehammer. So after a lot of hammering, the sledgehammer, you can see now, see how much clearance is that. So it's with one full rotation of the wheel, which will be the maximum lock once I put spacers in. And easily that's got plenty of travel up and down there. Alright, finished with the hammer. We clearanced pretty well. It's not the prettiest, but spin that round a full turn, and there's heaps of room back there now. All of that was almost touching before. Down there is fairly close, but that is only coming straight up with suspension movement, so that is fine. Spin it back the other way, and same thing, that's not going to hit in there. So we're looking pretty good. Yeah, like I say, it's not the prettiest, but it works. I mean, ideally, in the future, I'd probably like to get another shell and start fresh. But nevertheless, we're going to keep pushing forward on this one. Now I've got that done. Got some more sanding to do. Get rid of some of this flaky paint here. Mask a couple of things up. Get this out of the way, and then I'm just going to literally paint the rest of this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll show you how easy this front comes off. So we'll essentially slide that entire thing off. So that second layer of the SAF, obviously as you saw, and first layer of this half, more or less done. So it's not too bad. So do these 2 engine mounts, and then another couple of hours I'll come back and do this half again, and it will have 2 coats. So I've just been getting this ready to get the motor in. So what I haven't shown, I've just mounted some of the stuff back up. Just getting it sorted out, just having a wee look through the wiring. I'm just going to rewrap some of this crusty stuff here. Yeah, some of it just needs a little bit more tape around it. Other than that, it's all pretty good. And tomorrow drop everything back in the hole. Just like that, the motor's in. So as I mentioned, it's just the bare, well, kind of the bare minimum, I guess. No manifolds, but that's exactly what I wanted, so I can get access to everything to run oil lines. I've still got access to the loom to rewrap some of this. I'm going to pull this back off and just polish it up a bit, tidy it up a bit. Since I had the you know, the block and all of that media blasted, it looks really good, but kind of let down by that. But that's easy. Other than that though, I'm stoked it's back in the hole, and she's ready to start plumbing bits and pieces up now. So now I've just put the front on, the tube front. That's the first time seeing it mocked up and seeing what sort of clearances I'm going to have with regards to ducting the radiator. It's about 50mm roughly clearance, so the duct would actually have to come straight up and then curve over, which isn't really ideal. Not too worried about the exhaust duct, be more so ducting the front through the bumper anyway. So I'll get that one sorted first and then worry about that, but it's cool to see it all come together. Pretty much, so we'll end that video here, and then we'll call the next video, we'll start actually doing the work on it.